Welcome to the Perfectly Sane Show, episode 715. I am Chris, as always, joined by Tony.
I'd make a joke like I normally do, but nothing is funny.
That's true.
That worked for me. I laughed.
Earl is here as well.
Yes, he is. By order of one of the courts, who knows this week.
Hey, you're still here. You're still a citizen.
For now.
And we're still complying with the courts, Earl. So, because they ordered you to be here, we're complying. We are. The rest of the country is not, but we are. Jeff is here as well.
Yeah, dark times. Great times. I'm loving it.
I don't know about great.
No. I'm just every day waiting for the other shoe to drop on my agency, and I'm just so far so good, but I mean sort of, but
I mean you're not working for FedEx yet, so
yeah.
I would say it's illegal to privatize the postal service, but like unconstitutional, but
yeah,
apparently these rules don't apply anymore. So
yeah, I may have gone over this a little bit, but from a legal standpoint, I feel very safe because it's just there's no way to do the thing legally that they want to do. But they broke into some other independent agency this week, the Doge people.
Yeah,
the Institute of Peace.
Yeah, which is so they have no authority over them, and they still did it. So it's who knows? I don't know what to think. It's until there's until the shit gets stocked, I'm just gonna be worried the whole time.
The worst one was him firing the commissioners from FTC.
Yeah,
because the Supreme Court has already ruled that's unconstitutional because another president literally did that exact thing. It's there isn't an exact.
They made a law about it or whatever. Yeah,
and he just went ahead and did it anyway. It's insane. It's insane, some of the stuff that.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens, but I have to imagine a lot of these they're gonna win in court and get their jobs back or whatever. But it's just
yeah. Well, it's they had to rehire all of those guys they fired for the probationary employees.
Yeah,
they have to rehire all of them now.
And think of all. Talk about waste,
Yeah,
wasting money in court cases you're gonna lose because it's just fairly clearly illegal.
It's not their money.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I guess
that's the funny part is that since they control the judicial arm of the government, they can do that. We can just spend all of our money in court. Be great.
Cool, love it, wonderful.
Really
it's
great.
Fantastic.
Things happening.
It's all great. We love it here. I really it's so hard to transition from this place is a fucking nightmare to video games.
Video games. They need to give us more video games so that we could think about it less. But they're not doing.
There are so many video games. Are you complaining about the number of video games?
Yeah, I am.
I have more games than I can play right now. Assassin's Creed came out, and I'm like, when am I going to play this?
Yeah,
we will talk Assassin's Creed shortly. It's I don't know. I'm not sure what you're waiting for, Jeff. I have a ton of games to play too, and it's I
have nothing. I have Monster Hunter, which I'm going to be honest with you, I'm kind of bored of already. I've played the same game. I played the same game 5 times now.
Right,
it's the same thing.
I get that. Right, it's just more new monsters, new locations, some different mechanics, right? That's Tony said. They sound really cool to me as somebody who's never has not that I've never played Monster Hunter, but I played a couple of them and never far in enough. And
it's not a bad.
I described it's this is good for me, but maybe not for veterans.
It's not a bad Monster Hunter, and if you always wanted more of a story, it kind of has that. So many of the missions I'm on are like there's a lot of like it'll be like go explore this cave or whatever, and like as you're in the middle of it, like trying to get somewhere, monster bust scenes, and it's like you're thrust into a fight with this monster, and cool and all, but I just kind of preferred when it was just like there's a hub area. Here's the new monsters you go fight, and like keep working through the list, like because essentially it's the same thing. You're just dressing it up with all this other stuff that I just don't care.
How far have you gotten though? Because the story that story you're describing, it doesn't last a super long time.
I have not rolled credits, but I think one of the big last things I thought was
once you roll credits, it opens up to that whole like going through the list and finding all the monsters.
Yeah, and you could do that. Like you could go. There's a quest board by your tent. Like there's a lady that has you could, hey, I want to like basically fight this thing again.
Yeah.
But like I much prefer like that type of shit compared to like I'm working through the story and it's sending me to different parts of the world.
Like the story's only like 8-9 hours long. Like it's not long.
Yeah. So
and then once you get through it, that whole quest board opens up in the way that you would like it to open up.
So it's like that's the thing I'm wondering. Like tutorial, like almost.
Yeah, it's kind of like
absolutely.
Animal Crossing
like a 9-10 hour tutorial.
Yeah,
but it's funny because like I must be near the end of that then, Tony. Because I feel
What's the last monster you fought?
I'm trying to remember because it's been a day or two. Again, I'm just like bored of it. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't remember. They're all kind of like blending together too. Like because some of them too, like a lot of them are not new monsters. They're the same shit.
No, I mean, as you play through the story, I think there's only like 2 or 3 returning monsters. The rest are all new.
There's one that's like Rathalos or something like that.
That's Guardian Rathalos?
Yeah, that I fought somewhat recently. That's he's not new.
Well, the Guardian version is, but yeah, Rathalos isn't new. Like if you play this, I think Nersilla's a returning monster.
Is it?
Rathalos,
that's cool. That's like the bat one, kind of, right? Like
Nersilla's the spider. The bat
spider,
one is,
yeah.
Something else. I don't think the bat one is in the low rank story. It's in high rank.
Yeah, it's good. I'm being honest. I'm bored, kind of bored with it. That's all I'm playing right now. It's like there's nothing like I don't see anything else that I would want to play. Like I'm sure I know there's stuff out there. Assassin's Creed is out there, MLB, whatever. But it's just like the thing that I'm really looking forward to is like I think I said this last week is like a month from now, and that's
Claire Obscura.
Yeah, I'm like I am. April. That might be my like most anticipated game of the year. I think it just looks incredible.
Yeah, anyways, looking forward to that.
So you can skip over me for what you've been playing because there it was.
Because you played Monster Hunter and are dragging with it.
Yeah.
That's also what I've been playing. But I'm way farther. I'm Hunter rank 43. I'm like
43.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you remember where you were when credits rolled?
12, 10.
Okay. I'm like, I think Hunter rank 6.
The story does not do much for you in Hunter rank. Like it goes up way faster once the story's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're fighting bigger monsters and
you're fighting bigger monsters. It like I don't know. It's just the high rank monsters are worth infinitely more points than the ones in low rank. If you go back and fight a low rank monster, you'll watch your Hunter rank go up like a tiny bit.
Do you call in help when you start the quest with the monster?
It depends on which monster it is. I'm not going to fight like the apex monsters by myself. I just don't like to do that.
I always
call something small. I normally call help. It just some of them I don't call help. If it's a really small monster like the frog thing or
it just
like that.
It cracks me up when I like it. I just as a reflex as soon as the fight starts because that's probably one of the bigger openings you're gonna get. I call help right away. Yeah. But I'm usually kind of running around, and you have to like hold down the bumper and then like select yes or no, and I keep accidentally hitting no because I'm running at the same time.
Well, that's why I always do it from the back of my Sacred, because I don't want to like the Sacred can like start moving.
He can do the running around. Yeah.
And you can fire off your flare.
Smart. It's very smart.
Yeah. I normally like if I'm in any sort of trouble, if I need to heal, if I need like to use a null berry because I'm on fire or something, I always call in the Sacred to carry me away so that I can eat the berry or drink the potion while it's moving.
Yeah,
or like
whetstone during the fight, like
whetstone. Same thing. Although normally I do it between areas, but it's kind of nice to be moving between the areas on the back of your Sacred and using the whetstone at the same time. It's just a nice time saver.
Absolutely, one of the best things about the game, like the fact that. I love that you can just hop on that thing. He's gonna go where you need to go, and yet, you can take care of other business while.
And you don't need to know like all the pathways and all that stuff. Like the more I use it, the more I'm like, oh, I really could not navigate this area without it now because I have no idea where to go.
I will say, we kind of touch on this just here. Like the one big thing about like the series in general is that the user interface is like the controls are like bad. Like
they always have been too.
It's like, all right, so it shows you all the controls on screen for the most part, but like I have all these items I don't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm like, oh, I think I know what a flash pod is. I'm going to use that. So like I scroll over to it, select it, equip it, and then it's equipped, and I'm like, how do I use it? I literally like have no idea how to use it. It doesn't show it on the screen. It shows every other control except how to use like your equipped like item. I think Sean said I have to like hit. He's like hit the left trigger, then you have to hit L1. Yeah. I'm like, what is this fucking interface, dude? Why is it like this?
It's just like any like of the pods or the stones that you pick up. It's
L. It's both like L, like L2, then L1.
L2 and then right. It's the right trigger.
Oh, right trigger.
Like every other game.
Bumper.
You're like you're gonna aim your gun and then you're gonna fire your gun.
You're shoot with the right trigger. Sean said hold down L2 and then you press L1. And I was like, what? That's like how would you intuit that?
No, that is not the control.
But anyways, I'd say that's kind of like, just in general, like it's so weird.
What weapon are you using?
The hammer.
Okay, I'm also using the hammer. I
love it. I love it so much. Yeah. But it's again, I think that's part of why I feel the sameness because I've been playing this character for 15 years. Like I've been playing this character in every Monster Hunter game since Monster Hunter Try.
Maybe it's time to try a different weapon.
I just love. I don't know. I just love the brutality of the hammer, like the heft to it. You know what I mean? Like,
I love it when the monster like gets its head in an awkward angle and you whack it, and the monster.
I know. A piece of them falls off or some shit.
Yeah. The only thing that bothers me is I want to cut off parts of the monster and I can't.
Yeah.
All I can do is smack it.
It won't bluntly fall off.
No, you can break things like you can break arms, you can break heads. And wings and whatever it happens to be, but you can't sever anything. So like,
got it.
Especially some of the more annoying monsters to me, like the tentacle ones, like Uthuna, like the one that's covered in fire with tentacles is like.
Oh my god, I hated that fight. I hated that fight so much, dude.
I think the hammer is not a good weapon for that fight.
Yeah,
it doesn't suit. Like you want to be able to sever the tentacles and you can't.
Yeah.
So.
That fight was so terrible. That was like probably one of the few ones. The one with the fire was like the one that like really like I was like, I'm not gonna make it, am I? I luckily did, but
that was the first time I got knocked out was against Uthuna.
Yeah, same.
And the high rank fight is even more annoying.
Yeah, well, hopefully I have some good helpers.
Anything else about Monster Hunter, Tony?
I'm really far. It's really fun. I really like it way more than Jeff.
No, I'm not saying it's bad at all. Like it's more me. Like I'm just like I've played this. Like it's good. Like it's just I don't feel like I'm getting $70 worth of something new. Like it's just okay, yeah, like you improved a lot of things. Like I love that I can ride that thing around and take care of business on it, and it's probably the best looking Monster Hunter game. Some really cool looking environments in this, but like, yeah, it's just, I don't know.
All right.
It's fine. It's fine. It's a good game.
Okay. Good. It's a good game.
Good game.
We're good with that.
Sure.
Earl, you play anything this week?
I started Earth Defense Force 6, which is very fascinating. Because like the first hour, 2 hours, like a prologue for the game, it has like a lot of new enemies and stuff, and it's really cool. And then it's like Earth Defense Force 6, and then it's like, oh, now we're back to like the old game and setup and menus. So that was kind of interesting. I would also say it's very fascinating because Earth Defense Force has never been a great looking game.
No.
So it's weird to see this on the PlayStation 5 because it's clear that they still want to do like that style, but it's a bit cleaned up. So it's like this, you're polished but still kind of trying to be ugly, which just makes it very jarring because it's like your characters are kind of sharp, but you're still like there's no real ground textures and everything's still kind of muddy. But the game still remains a ton of fun. I played with a friend, and we both said it's kind of what we needed, which is, like 3 hours of just killing random stuff with abandon and no real care in the world. I tried a new class, the Air Raider, which is more of a kind of defense support player, and I'm actually enjoying it. One of my main weapons is I have like 4 flying drones around me, and I can target, have them shoot out at the enemy. So it's kind of cool that you can participate. It's not just like auto things that hang around you. But yeah, again, I've been enjoying the game. It's always fun. Um, Mine just brute force. That's nifty. Um, I put more time into Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I still, I mean, again, I spent $5. It's very hard to ever. Well, I'm not gonna say it hasn't happened, but $5, I'm gonna enjoy the game, and I'm still enjoying.
You're gonna make you're gonna get your money's worth out of it.
Yeah. As long as I can play it, as long as it's not crashing every second or so. But no, I've been really enjoying that, and it is a good it's a good time. It's a good time.
All right. Okay, that's it for Earl. I played a little bit more Split Fiction. I think we're 2/3 of the way through now. That game's still a ton of fun. Hopefully, it looks like we may be able to finish it this week, and it does a great job of like checkpointing stuff, so you can go back to previous chapters. And if you miss any of the side stories, which are like these little subquests that you interdimensionally jump into a different, like, it's a side story. It's literally like in the name of what the level is. But like if you miss one, they show up as question marks, so you kind of know whereabouts they are in the level. So you can choose the checkpoint before where that side story is, and then kind of explore around there to find it. So I think we've only missed one now. We had missed two, but we went back and did the one we missed. One of the ones we missed when we played on Tuesday, and they're fun. They're very different from the level you're in, which is it's not necessarily like, they switch between sci-fi and fantasy depending upon the story of the character you are in at that time. The side stories aren't always necessarily the alternate, so it's not like you're in the fantasy level and then the side stories are all sci-fi. They're just different types of stories. But one that we did on Tuesday, which I thought was really neat, was it starts out and it looks like Candyland, like it's like giant cakes and giant candies everywhere. and you're basically exploring, like, I guess, this person's idea of what their 5th birthday was. And it's all like fun and cheery, and you have to blow out all the candles at the end. And you kind of do that by working together. But once you blow out the candles, it then goes black, and this giant robot dentist comes out and tries to murder you. Like, so it goes from like this like cheery kind of like happy level that you're just kind of like bouncing through, and it's very colorful, to this very dark robot dentist trying to murder you. And you are playing as 2 little teeth. So like Zoe and Mio are teeth. They just have like a different color bandana around them. And if he catches you, if the robot dentist catches you, they'll actually drill you in 2, and then you have to go chase your other half of your tooth around to reconnect so that you can continue on. It's really well done, super fun, super creative. The whole game has been a blast. And looking forward to kind of like wrapping that up this week with my buddy. Really, really good time. And then Tony mentioned it at the top, Assassin's Creed came out. I didn't think I'd get a whole lot of time with it, and I didn't, but I did play through the prologue. That game is beautiful, and it seems like it's going to be a blast to play.
Apparently, it's one of the most attractive games ever made, is what I'm reading.
It's very, very pretty, like super colorful, highly detailed. The environment's great, and I mean the game's 4 or 5 years old now. Ghost of Tsushima, also very beautiful looking landscapes, and similar here. Like the trees all look great. They have the rose blossoms, and it's just a really pretty looking game with pretty environments. And the 2 protagonists, which you play as in the prologue, and I don't know how it's gonna split off back and forth. I don't know if you can just choose one or the other. You have to play through as the 2 protagonists in the prologue area, because they kind of are teaching you the mechanics of those characters. So you start out as Yasuke. He's like this big behemoth of a dude. He's in full on samurai armor. He carries like a big, I think he's using like a katana in the game, but it looks like you'll be able to get like hammers and clubs and stuff as well. And he's brutal, and he has like a cool moveset where you can stun somebody and then charge through them. It just obliterates them.
Ooh.
He has like a cool kick where I don't know if maybe the game was just a little broken, but I was on a ledge, like I climbed up a ladder on this kind of like outer wall, and I'm on top of the wall, and the enemy chased up after me and was following, and I did this kick, and the guy just went flying like across. Like, it wasn't like I kicked him down. No, he went away. It's very amusing. He has a cool moveset doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed. It feels very different from how characters in Assassin's Creed normally feel. And then Noe, I think that's the name of the other character. She's more traditional Assassin's Creed. Like, she kind of relies on stealth. She's not very powerful, so she's gonna like want to strike from the shadows. So where Yasuke he's shinobi, he's samurai. Naoe she's shinobi in this game, so they have like the 2 different classes. Play super different. Naoe is way more like, if you've played Assassin's Creed, she's gonna feel very familiar. Like, you kind of know what to do. Her tutorial area is like, you're climbing, you're committing assassinations from the high grass or from above. So it's all very, very normal with her, where Yasuke is very different. He's very brutish and strong, and he's just kind of like a monster that like can take on tons of enemies at a time, where on the other side, she can't. Like she's gonna get overwhelmed really quickly. So it allows you to have two different styles, and I'm interested to see how they do that in the real game. Like, not that what I'm playing isn't the real game, but once you get into the game, where if you could switch off between the two. Currently, they haven't met yet, so I don't know. But yeah, it seems really, really cool from like the hour I got to play of it today. So it seems like a really good Assassin's Creed game. Yeah, so that's I guess we'll go. I jump back into Silent Hill 2. I just wanted to kind of give a quick update on that as well. The game's good. It's a good Silent Hill 2 remake. I will say, I think I mentioned this when it first came out. It seems a little too combat heavy. And I think that's evidenced even by, I'm about a third of the way through the game, and there's an achievement for killing 75 enemies with a melee weapon, and I popped that already.
Oh no.
That doesn't seem like... What was that, Jeff?
I said, geez, like,
yeah.
Those games, I wouldn't say that known for great combat, so it's insane that they're shoving that in your face so much. Like,
and what's weird about it is because like that's how you're not supposed to feel great in combat either, right? Like when you're playing is you not that you don't want it to feel good, but he's not a regular fighter. He's not somebody that would know how to wield this. But I feel like I've gotten the combat down really well now, where it's all right. I know what kind of enemy this is. I know exactly when to dodge. So it's like just kind of just wasting my time. It's just an obstacle for me to get to the next puzzle. And I'm not getting any like extra enjoyment out of fighting anything. I would prefer they're not there. So I think what works about it is like when the mannequins jump out at you and they catch you off guard, or you hear the radio alerting you that there's an enemy in the area, but you don't see it yet, and then like they'll attack. But when it's constant, like you're not getting that feel of fear behind you. So there's like a slightly different vibe, but there's way more combat in this game than I remember in the original, and I'd have to go back and play Silent Hill 2 like the original game. But
I don't like. I remember those being like the original Resident Evil games, but even less so, like less combat than those. And you're making it sound like it's Resident Evil 4, where it's like that's combat focused. Yeah, the combat's really good in that game, but I just can't imagine whacking something with a board that much would be that much fun.
Exactly, like because and what it does do, and what good what good survival horror games do is they kind of limit your resources. So like you don't have a ton of bullets.
Which Resident Evil 4 still does. Like it retains that. It's
yes.
Way more action. It's more of an action game, but it's like this limited like panic attack of an action game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you're like, do I have enough to get through this encounter?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to use your bullets in Silent Hill 2 though, because like you have so few of them that if you like use the 6 bullets you have here on the 2 enemies, well, if you go into the next room and there's 2 more enemies, you're fucked. Like, you're gonna have to. So you just end up fighting with the board, right? It's like with the board with the nails. Just seems weird that there's that much more combat in it. Where
they should have made the board break.
If they had added durability, I would have been. I'm done.
Oh god.
Because there are games like that where like the weapons do break really quickly, and it's like this is fucking annoying. I'm glad that the nail board you pick up, and eventually I think you pick up a pipe too, that they aren't gonna break on you. But yeah, I mean the puzzles though really good. The stuff they've added in seems really neat. Like they've changed some of the stuff, but they've also added in like they've changed some of the puzzles around, but they've also added in like, hey, like here's this thing. When you look at it, you kind of go into this kind of trance state, like where it's kind of like focusing on it a little bit. And I didn't realize what was happening because I haven't played Silent Hill 2 in a while. What it is when that moment happens, it's like here's a change from the original. Like this was the original puzzle or whatever. It's broken now. But like we still have it in the game. It's just you're in like a different reality. So it's neat that they're like kind of showing the original stuff there while also making some changes. And that's it. That's it for what we've been playing. But we do have we've a couple things to go over here. I didn't see any news for the week. Nothing really jumped out at me. I don't know if anything did for you guys.
Did we talk about Ubisoft last week?
I don't know about in specific to what.
They've been packaging their games division for sale.
Oh no, I don't think we did talk about that.
While you're talking about Assassin's Creed, I'm like, well, this could be their last one, so it sounds like it's a good one to go off on.
Yeah,
it looks like they're trying to sell off the games portion of Ubisoft as a separate company. I don't know what.
What else does Ubisoft do?
I guess there's the games part, and then there's the harassment part, which has its own division.
I don't know if you can sell that piece off.
I mean, maybe you can sell it to the right people.
Yeah, maybe. Would you like this company that all we do is harass people here? We're very good at it. Lots of lawsuits, the best lawsuits. Yeah.
I don't know if you'd call this news, but I saw a trailer for a game that looks really fun. Have you guys seen the trailer for Deliver at All Costs?
No.
It like picture like Paperboy mixed with Blastcore, and like you're just driving around a town from an overhead view, and it has like pretty good graphics, and like it's just mayhem. Unfortunately, like I guess most of us have PS5s. It looks like it's a PS5 exclusive. But I might have to hook up my PS5 again. It looks really fun to me.
I'm looking at it right now, Jeff. It's also available on Steam.
Yeah.
It looks absurd.
Yeah, it's just like chaos, like you're driving into houses and getting blown off of cliffs as you're trying to kind of like crazy taxi style, like deliver stuff to people.
But like a weird not top down, but like a three-quarter perspective.
Yes, but with pretty good graphics. Like I think, like the graphics and the physics, like the physics and everything breaking looks cool.
Oh yeah, like there's like individual. I just watched some guy go through like a white picket fence and like each of the
you see like the pickets,
like getting ripped apart. Pieces of car, like when the cars crash, like pieces of the cars exploding off in different ways. Yeah, this looks really neat.
It looks like a fun like arcade style game. Keep an eye on. I might hook up my PlayStation to actually play this.
And it's not bad. It's a $30 game when it comes out. So
it looks fun.
I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Actually, what I might do is there's a demo up on Steam, so I might download that.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Try it out. Let us know next week.
I'll save that for next week.
About this game. I don't do that. I do this at work every day, but like how the game.
But you can't run over like the. You can't just like
I do that. I do that.
People. You do that too. Anything else you guys see over the week? All right.
No.
So basketball tournament started. Go ahead, Earl.
I was muted. I was gonna say very minor pieces of news is they're teasing the return of Game Informer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Who is teasing the return of Game Informer?
Yeah. Like the
Game
people
Informer
who,
teasing the return of Game Informer.
like the people who asked worked on Game Informer, not like GameStop, who I think owned it or whatever. So it's a bunch
Get
of
back.
like,
I want to read other people's magazines while I'm on my route.
So it's the
I don't do that. Sure.
Sure, you don't.
Now it sounds like you do, Jeff. But yes. So I mean, nothing. I think they teased it for next week, so we shall see. And then the other thing, I think it just came out today. And again, a lot of this stuff gets announced, and who sees if it comes out. But the rumors of them doing a split fiction movie came out today. So that
I could see that.
Yeah.
Like it conceptually, I think it could work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a surprisingly long. Like my friend and I have put, I don't know, maybe 8-9 hours into it over like 2/3 of the game. So it's like a beefy game. But you could certainly like make it so that they jump between a few different of their stories in their head, and the core concept of like this evil corporation putting you in this device to steal your ideas, and them kind of fighting back against that could work for sure. Did they say who is kind of working on that, Earl?
No, I think it's really just one of those like, oh, it's the hot thing, so people are bidding on it. Because again, the game's what, a week old, 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
So.
Currently, I believe, at least on OpenCritic, it is the best reviewed game of the year. So
nice. I still need to play it. I need to. I have a friend. I just got to make sure. I mean, I have several friends, I think, but I want to make sure that like they're in the headspace to actually play a game like that soon.
Yeah, it is tied with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 as the best reviewed game of the year so far.
Which is the game apparently we need to play.
Maybe
another game.
Yeah, another game that's out there.
It's like I feel bad for that game, but the other games just all seem much more appealing, even though that one reviewed better.
Yeah, and like I think for me, like did you play the first one, Tony?
A little bit. I found the controls to be super awkward.
Yeah, like that's like kind of where I'm at with it. Like I just didn't love how it felt.
Yeah,
and it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's great. Like people really love the first one too, and I don't know. maybe at some point,
if I felt better about the first one, I would. I think $70 is a lot for a game when you're so ambivalent about its predecessor.
Yeah.
That like, okay, maybe I can wait until Black Friday.
Yeah, that's
get it for the $35. Whatever.
As you said, there's so many games right now that like we're like I haven't played Monster Hunter yet because Assassin's Creed came out. You're still playing Monster Hunter. Assassin's Creed's out. Like we're like skipping other games to play what's out there. So maybe come November, when only GTA is out because everybody else ran away from it.
Right. That's kind of it. Not a whole lot in the fall.
Yeah.
I was looking for. So maybe saving something for later is not the worst idea.
All right, well, that's fascinating that they're kind of optioning split fiction. I think story-wise it'll work, but I do think and I've not played one of their games previously. Just the act of playing it is what really makes it so good, because like working with somebody, and you can't really progress without somebody. Like you need to be working together. I really do wonder how somebody that is less enabled at games would do with it, because they do start getting a little more and more complicated as the levels go on. And like there was one section where my one friend was just having some trouble because he's not the best at 3D platforming. I don't think you need to be the best. I'm certainly not the best either, but he's like, it's just not in his wheelhouse, and he was struggling a little bit with this one section that we hit. He still had fun with it, but he was struggling a little bit. What was the other piece of news you said earlier? You said you saw two.
Well, it was the Game Informer, and it was
okay, split fiction.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I don't know if because this was GDC, but there's also what is it called? Like the indie game jam was like on Monday, so there's a bunch of like interesting. It was like 12 hours. I saw some stuff like interesting. I'm not gonna remember everything, but there was some stuff you want to go check that out.
All right. Yeah, I might check out, see what's going on there. All right. Did we get Jeff back? Did he come back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Well, the NCAA tournament started today, I believe. Yes.
Yes, it did.
And Earl had suggested, why don't we tie our Hall of Fame in along lines with that and do kind of like a March Madness tournament, a decades tournament though. So we're going to be putting 4 games from 1985, 4 games from 95, 4 games from 2005, and then 4 games from 2015 against each other to come up with our latest entry into our Hall of Fame. So let's fill out this bracket, gentlemen.
Woohoo!
Let me pull up a document so that we can fill out the bracket. This would be really bad if we just named them all off and I didn't have any documentation. All right. So for 1985, what do you guys have for your entries?
I feel like a bunch of us are going to have one particular game from 1985.
I think 1985 was the hard one because that was one of the reasons I just started with 1985. Like before, and there's not a ton of games each year, and 1985 there's not a ton of games either. That said, based off of my extensive research, the game I chose from 1985 was the Oregon Trails.
Okay.
Wow, that was not what I chose. Interesting.
Yeah, like I said, I did do research because apparently the Oregon Trails itself existed beforehand, but the 1985 version is the one that most of us know, which is the one that actually adds like the graphics and stuff. So it's kind of the one. I mean, I don't know about you folks. It's the one I played in school and stuff. So I mean, that is a very landmark game for many people. I mean, you still get shirts that I died at death. But yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Tony, what do you have?
I had Super Mario Brothers.
That's
Which
I mean, yes, I saw that there and I was like, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go with something else. Which I guess I'll drop mine. I went with Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
That was my other one.
Yeah, I feel like those are two like classic like first computer game on the school computer games.
Yeah. Which is
exactly
where I played it. Yes.
My choice was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, so we need a
we need another one.
We need another one for 1985 because that was also.
I cannot believe someone else chose that. I thought that was that was my choice for the next Hall of Fame entry. It was going to be Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Because it's one of the few PC games I've Here's the PC games I've played: Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and Sims 2. And I played a lot of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Not the 1985 version. I think I played a 90s version that had
they kept
encyclopedia pictures and stuff in it. But oh my god, I loved that game, and man, does it deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
All right. Well, since Jeff and I had that, but I'm looking at a list right now, and Jeff just he kind of invoked this with his talking about the trailer for that game, Deliver at All Cost. Paperboy came out in 1985.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we use that as our fourth.
Okay,
Sure.
so how does this work? We're gonna like narrow it down for each one.
Yeah. We'll pit them against each other. I don't know how we'll decide on that in a second.
Okay.
All right. So 1985 locked in. We've got our four contestants. 1995. Jeff, what do you got?
It's not a game that's near and dear to my heart, but I feel like it has a place in game history, especially arcade game history. That's Time Crisis.
Okay.
That was going to be my backup choice.
All right. Well, Earl, what is your top choice? Because Jeff picked your backup. So
It was not gonna. It's not my top choice, but I felt it was the one that wouldn't have been picked by other people, and maybe I'm wrong. But Twisted Metal.
that was my choice, but I do have a backup.
Oh, that's good.
Do you have Twisted Metal?
Your backup better not be my choice, Chris, or else we're in trouble.
I have Suikoden as my backup. Which just got a remaster. I'm not like super engaged with Suikoden, but I remember playing it and liking it quite a bit. So, and people love it, and it just got that remasters. Tony, what do you have for 1995?
I have the original RTS, Command and Conquer.
I did see that on there. I was like, that might get chosen by somebody. That somebody being
Tony.
you. I do very much like Command and Conquer, though. All right. Moving on to 2005. I have Indigo Prophecy, which was it was like the start of Quantic Dream and their stuff.
Oh yeah, I played that game.
Yeah. It's often called Fahrenheit as well, but I think in America it was only called Indigo Prophecy. So that's what I'm going with. Tony, what do you got for 2005?
Original rip people into shreds game, God of War.
Good choice. Earl, what do you have for 2005?
Guitar Hero.
Also a good choice.
Ew, not a game.
I mean, it is a game.
It's a game. It's not a game that Tony likes to play, but it is a game.
It's an extremely popular game. I mean, it created a whole craze in that era. Very quick craze, but it created one.
It's a good little run with it.
Like it was just in a decade, I want to say.
Yeah. Jeff, what do you have for 2005?
I also have the original Rip People in the Shreds game, Guitar Hero.
Okay, so we need a backup for 2005. Earl, do you have a backup for 2005?
I did not create a backup.
Resident Evil 4.
For some reason, I always thought Resident Evil 4 was a 2004 game.
Me too.
Was it a 2004 game?
It came up as a 2005 game when I Googled.
It launched in the GameCube January 11th, 2005.
Okay, that makes sense. But in my head, like you, Earl, it was 2004, like very strongly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because I played the demo. Maybe I played the demo. Yeah, maybe I played the. You remember that demo disc that they gave you if you pre-ordered it?
Maybe it's Resident Evil 4. You just hear 4 in your head.
Dude, in my head, I'm very good with this stuff. Like the dates that shit came out, and it was 2004 for me. But I'm wrong. Internet knows more.
It's fine. We'll
also, it's weird to me that Guitar Hero, like the first one, was 2005. I felt that like it was way earlier than that, but apparently not.
Yeah, I thought it was later than that because
really, I thought it was earlier. Like I thought it was like 2004.
You know what we should pick instead of Resident Evil 4? Not to hate on Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, that's a good one. I was also going to say, I think the OG God of War came out in 2005.
That's what I nominated.
Okay.
Yeah, Tony nominated
Earl's
that.
not listening to you.
No, he's not.
Apparently.
I'm fine. I'm fine with either Resident Evil 4 or Shadow of the Colossus. I don't really
I think
care.
Resident Evil, man.
I want to say Shadow of the Colossus because I think Resident Evil 4 would eventually get in on its own. And
I guess maybe, yeah, maybe, probably. It's a great game.
Yeah, I don't know how much Shadow of the Colossus is going to beat out God of War or Guitar Hero here, but sure, we'll go with that. Colossus.
Shadow of Colossus.
Die.
All right, and we're running a waiver this time out, so that we can do this decade tournament. 'Cause normally we have a 15-year entry rule, but we're waiving that. And for 2015, Jeff, what do you have for 2015?
Rocket League.
Ooh.
That seems like it shouldn't be 10 years old.
I know. I told you this, Chris. I told you.
Yeah.
I looked up these games.
I
could not believe that's 10 years old. How is Rocket League 10 years old?
Few games on this list for 2015 that you're like, oh, I can't believe it's that old now.
Next thing you're gonna tell me Fortnite was from fucking 2015. I'm like, what the fuck?
2017?
We've just been stuck in 2015 for a decade.
I mean, I'd like to go back to 2015. It was
I know. Please, can I please?
Earl, what do you have for 2015?
I had Until Dawn.
Okay. And Tony?
2025 game, I think. So.
Yeah, it is. 2024.
Jesus.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Obviously.
It was either that or one other game.
Yeah, I remember there was another one too. I was like,
you tell me what the other game was in a second. Because I'm nominating Xenoblade Chronicles X.
wow.
Oh, very topical.
Yeah.
Just came out today. The remaster.
Is that? I can't believe these games are that old. I cannot believe Chronicles X, Rocket League, etc. are fucking 10 years old, dude. Where is the time gone?
2015 was pretty much. I mean, not that it was very much alive, but that was pretty much the end of the Wii U. So like any of those major, it's like nothing comes out for the Wii U in I think 2016, except for I think Paper Mario.
I just cannot. I cannot fathom that these games are 10 years old. Like it is. That is like my life is just like it's like sand slipping through my hands. Like I just cannot believe it.
Well, there were two other games that you probably could have, like Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
I did see Fallout 4, yes,
and Bloodborne.
I saw both of those, Tony.
10 years old.
I don't dislike Fallout 4, but I don't love it, and well, you know where I stand on
Yes,
on Souls games. So
I kind of feel like in for Fallout 4, like when I think of the Great Fallout, it's not the first one I think of. I love the game. I think it's awesome. It's just not the first one I think of.
No.
Like the third one I think of. So
yeah.
All right, I'm trying to put these, trying to kind of seed them. All right, so here's what I've come up with. We can move them around, but for 85, I have Super Mario Brothers at 1, Paperboy at 4, Carmen Sandiego at not that really matters, but like because it's just how it moves. But I have Carmen Sandiego at 2 and Oregon Trail at 3. So those would be the pairings there if we agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 95, Twisted Metal against Time Crisis, and Command and Conquer against Suikoden.
Sure.
Do we want to move anything there? All right. God of War versus Shadow of the Colossus, and Guitar Hero versus Indigo Prophecy. Should probably actually be God of War versus Indigo Prophecy, and Shadow of the Colossus versus Guitar Hero. I don't know how to use Yeah. All right. So God of War versus Indigo Prophecy, Guitar Hero versus Shadow of the Colossus. Or we can move it back. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Go with it.
All right. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt versus Xenoblade. And Rocket League versus Until Dawn.
Ooh, these are some upside matchups, I feel like, but we'll
That's
see.
what happens in the first round.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then it gets harder as you go.
Yes. Like, I mean, there was always I guess we could just randomly choose them, but I'm trying to make it like, here's what we expect would win. And
yeah.
All right. So, first matchup, Super Mario Brothers versus Paperboy.
Mario.
I mean, Mario.
I mean, that makes sense. I like Paperboy enough, but I can't vote for over Mario.
Mario.
Carmen Sandiego, Oregon Trail.
This one is hard. It's hard. I love both of these games.
I want to say Oregon Trail, but they are very similar games in both regards.
Yeah.
They both deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
They do.
You can actually learn things from Carmen Sandiego. Oregon Trail just taught me how to get dysentery.
You learn about dysentery? Yeah. For me, it's Carmen Sandiego. I played a ton of it.
I'm voting for Carmen Sandiego. I do think that either one of these we should hold back if it doesn't get through and keep it in mind for.
Yeah, I played Oregon Trail at school. I played Carmen Sandiego at home a lot. Like it was like a very fun, like again, one of the only PC games I've ever played in my life. But like, man, it was like formative years. Like, and I played a lot of it.
It's 2 for Carmen. Earl?
I mean, I want to do Oregon Trail. I mean, I did nominate it, so
yeah, that makes sense.
I'm voting for Carmen. So
that's okay.
Sorry,
easy.
Earl. But I like both of those choices. I think we should definitely like asterisk them.
I'm actually like astonished that Chris had Carmen Sandiego because I was like all like giddy about it. I was like, "Oh, I got Carmen Sandiego!" Like no one's ever thought of this game. This should definitely be a Hall of Fame. Like And then as soon as you said it, I was like, "What the fuck?" I wasn't the only one. Like, if you search 1985 video games, it doesn't even come up on the list. Like, it didn't even.
I had to hit select, like, show more for it to go.
Like, I had that one in the bag as like my next game I'm putting in the Hall of Fame, no matter what.
Well, we'll definitely. It's also timely too, though, Jeff.
It's coming with there's a 40th anniversary release, I think.
Yep, and Netflix just released something on their kind of gaming platform. Like, there's a new version of Carmen Sandiego that you can play there. I think they have a new cartoon coming out. Like,
when is that new game? When is that re-release coming out?
I don't know.
I think I might buy that, dude. Like, I honestly like. I just have an affection for that game. Like, there's nothing to it. It's just
Carmen
trivia.
Is sexy.
It's literally like geographical trivia. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah,
it's just. I don't know, man. Like, honestly, like back when I first played it, like the version I played, just seeing like images of things on my computer that looked like an actual thing was like amazing. You know what I mean?
Yes. We'll talk more about Carmen Sandiego shortly. But moving on to 2015, I'm jumping around. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt versus Xenoblade Chronicles X.
God.
I feel like this is gonna go to The Witcher. How many of you have played Xenoblade X?
I've played both of them, and my choice is Xenoblade.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm going with the one I nominated.
Here. I'm not going to win here, but
it might actually, depending upon how Earl sides here. So I assume that Tony is going Witcher.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it was his nomination. I nominated Xenoblade. Earl, you can throw this into a constitutional crisis.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Do it.
I think I'm going Xenoblade.
Yeah,
That's the first
Xenoblade.
upset. It's the first upset.
Yes.
That's crazy upset against a game that is like considered the best game of the last decade. Xenoblade rules though.
Is it the best game of the last decade? I mean, it's really good.
Witcher?
There are people that would say that. I don't know if any of us would say it, Tony, but I
think a lot of
heard
people would
that.
say that. Yeah.
Especially
I adore
the
it,
DLC.
but I hate how they treat their employees, so it makes me feel a little
Yeah.
worse about it.
You know,
Well, we'll chalk up this loss to Xenoblade.
Treat your employees better.
As, next time you might get an extra vote. Rocket League versus Until Dawn. I really love Until Dawn, but I'm gonna have to go with Rocket League.
I'm going Rocket League too. I mean, I nominated it, but it's one of those games. Like, there's these really games. Good. It's like Balatro. It's like that is a game. Like Rocket League is a game that's gonna live forever.
And it shouldn't work. Like it's just fucking soccer, but it's
literally, dude. It's the extra mode in Excite Bike 64. I've been going on about this forever, but there was an extra mode in Excite Bike 64, and it was vehicular soccer, and it was awesome. Like I was obsessed with it, and then to see Rocket League come out and explode like that, I was like, yeah, people finally get it now. The Excite Bike mode was awesome.
Earl, Rocket League or Until Dawn?
Again, I did bring in Until Dawn.
You did vote for Until Dawn, yes.
I'm going Until Dawn.
All right. And Tony?
I mean, I could pretend that I care about Until Dawn, but I don't really. So, Rocket League?
It's definitely not a you game.
No. I've played Rocket League before.
Game. Like Rocket League is just so much more monumental. Like it's just there's no argument. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could see us revisit Until Dawn in the Hall of Fame at some point. I think that it definitely
for that type of game, it's kind of the peak of the type of game. But
yeah, like there's the Telltale style of that game, and then there's the Supermassive style of that game.
And Predator,
yeah,
right.
I think so. I really like their games, and Until Dawn and the Quarry. I think the Quarry was the one that they recently did. Those are the two best of that kind of that style. Yep. All right. Going back to 1995, Twisted Metal versus Time Crisis.
Okay.
I'm going Twisted Metal here.
Sure.
I'm agreeing with Chris. Yes, Twisted
Same.
Metal. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Time Crisis. It's a great arcade game, but
I never liked the controls of Twisted Metal. But yeah, okay.
And Command and Conquer versus Suikoden. I know I nominated Suikoden as the backup. I'm going Command and Conquer here, though.
Command and Conquer.
You get my proxy vote. I don't know anything about either of these, so I'll go with Command and Conquer. Great, let's do it.
Earl,
what's the other one?
Suikoden.
Wow, okay, neither one of these. I'm just gonna go with Suikoden because I have a friend who loves it, and he did buy me a copy of the HD collection that just came out that I need to start at some point.
Oh, nice! I hope you enjoy it. They are enjoyable games. I just against Command and Conquer, it's really rough. Like, Command and Conquer is a massive RTS and super fun there. So, all right, God of War versus Indigo Prophecy.
God of War.
Yeah, I mean, I like Indigo Prophecy.
Vote on it.
There's
I like Indigo Prophecy.
Let's start the quick time event already to cut off the head of Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah. I guess I'll go with you guys.
Yeah, you almost you kind of have to. It's kind of unfair.
I mean, God of War is kind of a huge deal. Like,
Guitar Hero versus Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, Guitar Hero.
I'm going Guitar Hero.
The Ace of Spades.
Wow, I was ready for a discussion, but I guess we're going Guitar Hero.
It's easy. This is easy.
I think there's a thing to be said, but I have not paid it. But again, I don't like to vote against the thing I nominated. So
I mean, I like Shadow of the Colossus, but
Sure.
we've been doing this for 15 years now. I mean, I love Guitar Hero and Rock Band. So
Yes.
And guitar, like that was just such a monumental release. Like it just that thing was huge, dude. It was like a game. Like it got people into like that was one like
yes,
those games that got people into video games before the Wii. You remember, like how the Wii, everyone like got into Wii Sports. This was like an early version of that.
It's something that's like it's very easy to understand, and while it's
still
like
fun,
yeah,
like,
it is, and you're it is just hitting buttons like as they come down, so you're just timing your strikes to hit targets, but it works really well, and because the music people know it, and it has the dumb controller, it's a ton of fun.
It kind of simulates playing guitar a little bit, like not obviously just doing that you wouldn't know how to play guitar, but it simulates like what you're doing when you're playing guitar, like a little bit. Like that's really fun. Like it's just such a it's a blast. You're like listening to tunes,
All right, that brings us back to 1985, where we have Super Mario Brothers versus Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and I'm gonna vote for the upset here. I'm voting for Carmen Sandiego.
Me too.
Over Mario?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. One, Mario will get in there one day. I can't believe it's not in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised
two,
Chris has nominated already.
Yeah. Two, it's just Carmen Sandiego. So like, it's weird because like Mario has the bigger lasting impact. Like you get the new Mario games every year, blah blah blah. But like Carmen Sandiego was such a moment, and it exposed people who would not play video games to video games, and it was like education too. Like I don't know, man. There's something about that like I feel it so earns the spot.
Earl?
I mean, it's got to be Mario, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too, Earl. It's got to be Mario. Like as much as I love Carmen Sandiego, like it had a moment, a blip, but Mario created an empire.
Yeah, but that empire is like we probably have a Mario game in the Hall of Fame already.
Mario game in the Hall of Fame.
We have Super Mario Brothers 3 in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I think it was my original nominee, like way back.
It was the first one we put in. Here's what I'll say. Like, and I'm sure we can always circle back on Super Mario Brothers. I mean, who knows? Who knows what happens after this round anyway? We have 4 Mario games in our Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like they spread out. Like it's not
represented.
But yes. In fact, no. There's more than that because there's 5. There's got to be another one. I got to be missing. We have to have Mario Kart somewhere. Why do I not see?
So
Mario
here's
Kart?
what we do. So this game goes to overtime because we gotta tie a score. In overtime, maybe Carmen pulls ahead. Maybe that happens. You never know.
We not have Mario Kart anyway. We do. So we have 6 Mario games. Now, granted, they span some different genres, but we have 3 platformers.
Yeah.
And we can always circle back. I mean, it's ours, right? This is our Hall of Fame. Like we're not saying that Mario losing to Carmen Sandiego in the quarterfinals is eliminating him from contention.
Forever, it's gone.
Yeah.
We're gonna pretend that game doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Dead to us all.
So
sorry, Chris. You can't play Mario next year.
Oh no, I didn't play it this year, so maybe that's
really you broke your tradition.
The year fucked up the entire world.
Karma's so bad.
Should have played it. All right, so we're gonna advance. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego in an overtime stunner?
Sure.
Wow.
And we're gonna go from there. All right, Xenoblade Chronicles X versus Rocket League.
Ooh.
I'm going Rocket League.
I am too.
It's not hard. It's like I lean toward games that are games these days, and that is a motherfucking game. You know what I mean? Like that's just a game. Like,
I don't know what any of that means, but
it's just
I can go play it right after this podcast. I can load that game up I haven't played in 5 years and play it, and it's fun. And
you don't have to worry about the story. You don't have to worry about the controls.
It's an arcade game.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It's very, very. I mean, it's not that Xenoblade isn't a game, but it's just it's a different type of game. And Rocket League is one of those things. Like I know, like again, it's very much like what we were saying about Guitar Hero, Jeff. Like people just kind of like, oh yeah, I've played Rocket League. Like you don't even play video games. Like
yeah.
All right. Well, it's 2 for Rocket League. Tony.
I think I got to go Rocket League here.
And Earl, you wanna give one?
I'll give it to Rocket League.
All right, Rocket League going through in a blowout 4-0,
dominating both halves.
Yeah. All right, that brings us back to 1995. Twisted Metal versus Command and Conquer. Tony, I know where your vote's at, but just want to hear it.
Yeah, it's Command and Conquer.
Okay. Earl?
It's not Command and Conquer.
Jeff?
I don't have a dog in this fight, but it would be Twisted Metal. Like that's the one I've played and I like it, but like
you can't give Tony his.
So we got 2 for Twisted Metal.
Legendary strategy game that deserves recognition.
Yeah. No, I again, yeah. I don't know. I played Twisted Metal, so
I should have gone first. And then I wouldn't have to be doing this. I don't know how we split a tie if I go Command and Conquer though.
Are you going Command and Conquer? Because you are. I'm fine with it.
There we go.
I think I am just for the influential wise. I mean, it never got a TV series.
Crossing party lines.
You're gonna push your vote to Command and Conquer. Okay.
Another overtime victory. All right.
Another overtime victory. Setting up a semifinal of overtime. But that we have one final quarterfinal here. God of War versus Guitar Hero. I don't like this matchup at all. I don't like any of these matchups. These matchups are terrible. They are hard. I don't like them.
What's wrong with this matchup?
This is easy for me. This is easy for me. It's Guitar Hero.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too, Jeff.
It's so easy.
Half and half.
What game had a bigger impact? What game would you rather play now?
And destroy it. He would make it into little pieces of guitar.
Time out. Did you ask which one had a bigger impact? God of War defined the action genre up until From Software came out.
Guitar Hero created a genre.
Which is no longer around.
Which then ate itself.
True.
Like, it didn't even last that long.
Like, you can still find God of War type games.
That's fine, but what would you rather play right now? I guess I would play
God of War.
God
of War. That's
Guitar Hero, but
I think millions of people have already made that decision.
I agree with that argument.
Jeez.
I agree with Tony's argument on that. I would rather play Guitar Hero, Jeff.
Yeah,
Guitar Hero, man. I did not finish Ragnarok. I should go back to
God of War, man. It's overhyped.
But I'm gonna have to rescind Guitar Hero and give God of War the overtime there. All right.
Scales Olympus again. Good job.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego versus Command and Conquer?
Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Carmen here.
I think I got to go Carmen as well.
All right,
Tony. That's what you get. That's what you get for that God of War bullshit.
I am actually fine with.
Tony's fine with that.
Carmen Sandiego.
Hell yeah.
So a decent win for Carmen Sandiego, getting into the finals, and the other semifinal game, God of War versus Rocket League.
It's easily Rocket League. Easily Rocket
God
League.
of War.
God of War.
What are you talking about there?
God of War.
God of War is
like
just
Rocket
like a
Le- Rocket
standard
League
action
is-
game, dude. Like, I don't know. No one's firing up God of War right now. People are playing Rocket League right now. They're waiting for you to fucking join.
People are firing
their
up God
fucking
of War
queue.
right now.
I mean,
Absolutely there.
There are people playing both right now, I think.
Nobody's playing God of War 1 right now. Maybe like 13 people in the US. Rocket League, you go on and find a game right now. I don't know, man. It just seems like God of War is an awesome game, but like it's not like reinventing anything. I don't feel like
is Rocket League reinventing anything, or is it just fun?
It's filling a void of something that should have always existed.
So I think the argument that God of War isn't, what did you just say, reinventing, Jeff? At the time,
it's
though,
an action game. Like it's just,
the time it did, like it kind of reinvented action games.
I don't think it did.
Because after that, then like every game was like trying to be God of War.
Yeah,
I guess, but like, what was like? You go through a level, you scale shit, and you beat shit up. It's like I don't know, like it was just like a really well done.
In a circle and hit a ball. Ugh.
Yes, okay, but Rocket League feels like a thing that should have always existed. Like Rocket League feels like Tetris. Like it's like a thing that should have always existed, but somehow it didn't until someone thought of it. And
like all things that exist.
No, I don't think so. Donald Trump exists. We don't think he should have existed, right? Like,
okay, I don't know. This is going off the rails. Tony, you're going God of War.
God of War, yeah.
Earl, you're going God of War.
Yes.
Jeff, you've already said Rocket League.
Absolutely, yeah.
In an effort to not have this just at us a fucking stalemate forever, and to stick kind of by our rules. We did provide a waiver for Rocket League, but I'm gonna stick to under 15. 15 years or over. So I'm gonna go with God of War here to put God of War in the final. I am not voting for God of War though in the final.
Carmen Sandiego.
I'm voting for Carmen Sandiego.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So is that the final Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego versus God of War?
You all right, Stan?
Maybe not where we thought this was going to go.
These are exactly the two games I would have chosen. It was really on my brain the whole. Not even a little bit.
I mean, God of War getting through, that checks out.
It's crazy.
Yes.
I think it's crazy. Yeah. Carmen Sandiego, baby.
I'm voting for the upset here because there has been a lot of upsets in the tournament today. So,
Earl, what are you doing?
Why?
What are you voting for?
is Earl queuing up music?
No.
That was me.
I can't believe that there's a conversation. Did I vote? I think I voted for Carmen Sandiego in one round.
Listen to that music; it's great.
Listen
about
to
Carmen Sandiego. It's either the game
Listen
show
to
or the
that.
cartoon.
That's what's so funny. I never saw the cartoon. That was like way after I gave a fuck about Carmen Sandiego.
So, I don't think I saw the cartoon either. What I did remember seeing, it was on some like after school TV show that I used to watch on PBS, and it was like a mini segment on one of those. But that was where I saw it in other media.
Yeah. I might. I can't pick you up on
that might be where I
yeah.
saw it too. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like in the air. It's like you gotta play this game, and I was like, it wasn't like a game that was like on the systems I owned. And we did finally get a computer, and I was like, "Can we buy this game?" And it worked. There were other games that again, I remember like this is why to this day I don't play PC games. It's like, oh, you have to have the requirements. Like, you know what I mean? Like I remember I bought this like game with Bruce Willis and Dennis Miller called like Hell or some stupid bullshit, and I could never play it because my system couldn't do it. But Carmen Sandiego worked, and the one I played had like a encyclopedia, like actual like photos of the places and stuff. It was so awesome.
Are we at a tie here?
I think so.
I don't know how to break
the
this.
Final. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we break this.
I mean, can we choose both?
We can. It's our
Hey, love wins.
We can actually
Everybody
choose both.
Compromise. Reaching across the aisle.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
I think we both deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
I would say I would throw this up to a vote on the socials, but this guy doesn't have a poll option yet.
They should get on that.
Yes.
But yeah, so we'll do that. We're gonna go with peace tonight. and enter in Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and God of War as our first two entries of 2025. And we can of course circle back to Command and Conquer and Rocket League. Well, Rocket League in 5 years. But
we are
I think we should definitely revisit at some point. Obviously Super Mario Brothers, Guitar Hero. There's good games here that we definitely should revisit.
We're such an example of Congress.
That's right. They should elect all of us.
Compromise, deal making.
What were you going to say about next year, Earl?
Oh, I'm going to be very curious because next year would be 2006 and 1996, which are the launch of the PlayStation 3 and the Wii, and the launch of the N64, and the first major year of the PlayStation. So there's a lot of games to cover in those windows, because also 2006 is a big year for the Xbox, with like Gears of War. I think that's when Modern Warfare comes. No, Modern Warfare is 2007. Yes. I think 2006 is Call of Duty 3. So there's a lot of big games in those years, just off the top of my head. And then, of course, 2007 is considered one of the greatest of all time. So,
I just looked up Carmen Sandiego on TV, and the one I saw was a half-hour game show that was on PBS that they would run, and yeah, it was neat to revisit that. Good choice there, Jeff.
I seriously mic that 40th anniversary, man.
And congratulations to God of War as well. You were probably always going to get in. I'm surprised at, that we have not. We've done this. This is the 7th year we've done this. We do have God of War 2 in. That went in 2022.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
y'all are fucking this shit up.
All right. Well, congratulations to Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and God of War. One final thing before we leave. We have our tier list of movies, and this month's movie was Street Fighter, the movie from 1994.
Before we discuss it, is there a way to add an even lower tier?
Wow. Okay, so
1993,
1994.
Yeah, Street Fighter from 1994.
I'm just saying, lower tier is 1993. It's lower.
No. Lower than F. Lower than F. Not an earlier year. Yeah. Earl, you want to lead us in on Street Fighter?
Oh God, I'm gonna need a drink.
You're not.
It sounds like I am in the extreme minority in this one, because I mean this is easy.
It's the apex. It's the apex.
I mean, at worst, this is A tier. At worst.
You say A tier?
At worst.
Holy shit!
Here's the thing: I have not watched this movie, and I did not watch this movie for this. So that's hilarious.
I can't.
I just laugh. I get it. I get it, Earl. We all have our like things. Like I get it. But
Listen, like I said on View Sky when I watched it today before the podcast, this is simultaneously both a 1 movie and a 5 movie at the same time for me. It is the epitome of cheese. It is like the finest of so bad it's good. I think Raul Julia is doing the most in this movie. The absolute most in this movie. And they know that he's doing something special, so they give him a lot of screen time. They give him some of the best signs. I don't know if he was just like, you know what? Nobody's going to watch this movie, so I'm just going to go out there and do something. And he's just absolutely special in it. I think Jean-Claude Van Damme, does a decent job of something. I don't know what.
He
does something.
Like, they film him and he appears in the movie. That's awesome. Great job. You're not a vampire.
It is fantastic. It is great in that regard. I think they do a bang up job with again, I think there's some fun action sequences. I just think it's, again, I don't think it's intentionally a comedy, but there are just some scenes and dialogues and things that I just can't help but laugh at, and I always have a good time with this movie. I will also say I am completely biased towards this movie. I don't know if I'm sure you folks noticed. I don't know if I've shared it on the podcast. Like, I adore bad movies. That goes without saying. But the reason I've done any of this stuff was because of the original Street Fighter movie. This movie. This is dime. I mean, I'm an ancient person now. Back in 2010, I want to say, me and my college friends were like, everybody had always talked about how terrible Street Fighter was. We had never seen it. So like, we're chit chatting back and forth one day. We're like, you know what? It can't be as bad as people say it is, but we're not going to risk that. So we're going to just create a drinking game. And I think I threw it out when I moved. So we sat there for for a couple of hours, and I wrote down like a bunch of different things we can drink too. And I mean, that basically became my MO for 12, 13 years. So like every so often we'll put this movie out because it's like the anniversary movie of our bad movie night. I've shown it for my birthday. We've rented out bars in New York City to show it with friends. I have the special edition steelbook. I adore this movie. This movie's a ton of fun.
And Earl, where do you rank this? I know you said it can't go lower than an A. I need to know where you're putting it on your tier list.
Personally speaking, I think it's S.
Oh, okay. I like actually had S plus slotted to paste in for you. Surprised.
Again, I know I'm in the minority with it, but
can I ask what this has to do at all with Street Fighter?
I could not
outside
tell you.
Of the characters being the characters.
I could not tell you.
Okay, good. So I didn't miss anything. I was like, no. I don't get what's going on. Like, why is E Honda and Balrog hanging out with Chun-Li who's a reporter, and then why all of a sudden is Balrog wearing boxing gear and he has gloves on? Like, where did the gloves even come from? Because he was a prisoner. Lots of questions.
You don't have to ask questions. Don't worry about it.
I watched this last night, and I had seen it before, and I can't say that I loved it before either. I will say the last half hour of it is entertaining, at least. It takes a little while to get there, but it's the last half hour is entertaining. Decent enough action, as you said. It does a lot of the same. It's funny because I've watched a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies in my life, and this does a lot of the same stuff that happens in all of his movies, but it just looks even more ridiculous here. Like in a lot of his movies, they will do this thing where they edit basically the same kick like 3 times, so it kind of looks like he's kicking the person. Like, but they do it. It's so comical in this one because of the performances that both him and Raul Julia are giving. It's just so ridiculous looking. It's the final half hour is. It's not good, but it is entertainingly fun. So I can't shit on it too bad, but because I did get some enjoyment out of it. But wow, I can't put it higher than Double Dragon, which I gave a D last time.
I'm gonna defer to Chris on this one.
Jeff is just Jeff has ranked everything.
It's all D tier.
Watch these movies.
It's all D tier.
Tony also at D tier.
Yeah.
I mean,
been worse, I guess.
Your S tier, your S tier is going to help it here, I think. Because the rest of us have it at D.
What is the S tier? Who has that?
Earl gave it S tier.
Earl put it at S tier.
He gave. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment.
Okay. Don't see it.
I won't. I've gone this far in my life without seeing it.
You're not gonna like go seek it out.
No, I'm not. It's never gonna happen. I know what I need to know.
I'm not sure your S tier can. Do you think that your S tier pulls it above the D's for the rest of us to rank above Super Mario Brothers and Double Dragon?
I think it should. I mean, suppose I could see
D plus tier.
Well, I mean that's where we have Mario and Double Dragon right now as a joint list. We currently have them at C.
I feel like this movie is more entertaining than those 2 movies.
Okay. I ultimately don't care. I've gotten mine down. I put it down as a D. I'm fine if we put it above Super Mario Brothers and Double Dragon on our joint list. All right. So there we go. Street Fighter 1994. Nothing to do with the nothing. No, I can't say nothing because there is a scene where Bison is at his control panel, and that control panel is the arcade deck of Street Fighter.
And he has a special suit that makes him gravitate.
Really dumb. It's so dumb. It's the same technology allows him to float as his console. But Earl, what do we got for next month?
Next month, I am very curious because I if you folks are not keen on this, I'm put Mortal Kombat. I think.
Oh, thank God!
I think this will be the first movie that we can watch, and I think we would all understand. Yes, this is exactly based off of the video game. It has characters who they're from the video game, and it uses the lore of the video game. So I'm very.
I still remember riding my bike to the Golf Mill Mall to see this while I had strep throat. Like it's like a vivid memory of mine.
Oh, really? You went out as a kid
I was very sick. I went and I got the Pizza Hut. We went to go Pizza Hut, which was right next to it. You know, the individual pan pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mortal Kombat. And I was sick as hell. and loved it because obviously you're gonna love it.
So
who knows how I feel about it when I rewatch it? I haven't watched it since. That's the first and last time I watched it.
So for April, we are going to be talking about Mortal Kombat from 1995. Give it a watch, people, and come join us next month as we talk about that one. I'm looking. I have not seen that movie in a long time. So
yeah, very 30 years for me now. Yeah,
be interested to interested to see how that one turns out for us. But that will be next month. Next week, we will have. I'll have more Assassin's Creed, and maybe a little bit of that game Jeff was talking about, Deliver at All Costs. I might play the demo for that.
Yes, I want to hear about that.
So yeah, I'll give that a shot, and we'll see what else is going on. But we'll be back next week. Jeff, say goodnight.
Good night.